Hindenburg Research, a financial activist firm specializing in short selling, has become a name synonymous with controversy. Founded by Nathan Anderson, Hindenburg is known for its investigative reports that often target corporate giants, exposing alleged financial irregularities and unethical business practices. On the other side of the spectrum is George Soros, a Hungarian-American billionaire investor. Soros is renowned for his financial acumen, his role in speculating against the British pound in 1992, an event dubbed Black Wednesday, and his Open Society foundations, which support various global initiatives, including promoting democracy and human rights. The paths of Hindenburg Research and George Soros have intersected in a narrative that has captivated the financial world and ignited political debate, particularly in India. Hindenburg, through its critical reports on the Adani Group, an Indian conglomerate, has found itself at the center of a financial storm, while Soros, through his alleged funding of investigative journalism platforms, is accused of playing a role in fanning the flames of controversy. This intricate web of accusations, investigations, and political posturing has raised questions about market manipulation, corporate accountability, and the influence of powerful individuals and organizations on global finance. The alleged connection between Hindenburg and Soros has become a subject of intense scrutiny. Critics allege that Soros, through his so-called philanthropic organizations, has provided funding to Hindenburg, enabling the short-selling firm to pursue its investigations into companies like Adani. This alleged financial link, they claim, is driven by Soros's desire to destabilize markets and exert political influence. However, these claims are still being investigated to support the assertion that Soros is directly funding Hindenburg's activities. While the financial ties between Hindenburg and Soros remain murky, the impact of their actions on the global stage, particularly in India, is undeniable. Hindenburg's reports have sent shockwaves through the Indian stock market, while Soros's alleged involvement has fueled political tensions and raised questions about foreign interference in domestic affairs. The unfolding saga has highlighted the complex interplay between finance, politics, and the media, and the significant influence these forces wield in shaping public perception and driving market trends. In January 2023, Hindenburg Research released a scathing report that shook the foundations of the Indian corporate world. The report, titled Adani Group, How the World's Third Richest Man is Pulling the Largest Con in Corporate History, leveled serious allegations against the Adani Group, one of India's largest conglomerates with interests spanning ports, power, energy, and infrastructure. Hindenburg accused the Adani Group of engaging in a brazen stock manipulation scheme, artificially inflating its share prices through a network of offshore shell companies and accounting malpractices. The report sent shockwaves through the Indian stock market. Adani Group companies, once considered market darlings, witnessed a dramatic plunge in their share prices, wiping out billions of dollars in market value. The rank of Gautam Adani, the group's founder and chairman, was dropping among the world's wealthiest individuals. The allegations, if proven true, threatened to tarnish the reputation of one of India's most prominent business houses and cast a shadow over the country's corporate governance standards. Hindenburg's report alleged that the Adani Group's meteoric rise was built on a foundation of deception, with the conglomerate allegedly employing a complex web of offshore entities and tax havens to manipulate its share prices and conceal its true financial health. The report claimed that these offshore entities, controlled by individuals with close ties to the Adani family, were used to engage in insider trading and create a false sense of demand for Adani stocks, driving up their prices to unsustainable levels. The Adani Group vehemently denied all allegations, dismissing the Hindenburg report as a malicious attempt to damage its reputation and profit from the subsequent decline in its share prices. The conglomerate maintained that its financial dealings were above board, and its corporate governance practices were in line with all applicable laws and regulations. However, the damage was done. The Hindenburg report had cast a long shadow over the Adani Group, raising serious questions about its business practices and eroding investor confidence. The allegations, even if ultimately disproven, had the potential to tarnish the group's image and hinder its future growth prospects. Gap 3S. Amid the turmoil surrounding the Adani Group, the focus soon shifted towards the Securities and Exchange Board of India, or SEBI. Allegations emerged against SEBI's chairman, accusing her of complicity and negligence in monitoring the Adani Group's activities. Critics argued that SEBI had failed to act promptly despite multiple red flags over the years. GAP3S, the chairman, who had previously been lauded for her regulatory acumen, found herself at the center of a storm. Detractors pointed to her alleged close ties with prominent business figures, suggesting that these relationships might have influenced SEBI's oversight. Documents purportedly showing correspondences between the chairman and Adani Group executives were circulated, fueling speculation and casting doubts on her impartiality. GAP3S. To further tarnish her image, a series of orchestrated media leaks aimed at discrediting her professional integrity surfaced. These leaks included unverified claims about her involvement in various financial irregularities and conflicts of interest. The media frenzy that ensued painted a picture of a compromised regulator, unable or unwilling to rein in corporate malpractices. GAP3S. However, supporters of the chairman vehemently defended her, highlighting her years of service and numerous reforms she had implemented to enhance market transparency. They argued that the allegations were part of a broader strategy to divert attention from the Adani scandal and undermine SEBI's authority. GAP3S. The chairman herself addressed the allegations in a public statement, denying any wrongdoing and reaffirming her commitment to upholding the integrity of India's financial markets. She emphasized that the investigation into the Adani Group was being conducted with utmost diligence and transparency. GAP3S. Despite these assurances, the damage to her reputation was significant. The controversy surrounding the SEBI chairman added another layer of complexity to an already convoluted crisis, raising questions about the effectiveness of India's regulatory framework and the need for greater accountability at the highest levels. In the wake of the crisis, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, or SEBI, took swift action. They initiated a thorough investigation to uncover the root causes and identify those responsible. SEBI's goal was to restore investor confidence and ensure that such a situation would not repeat itself. The regulatory body also implemented several new measures aimed at increasing market transparency and protecting investors. As the investigation progressed, numerous claims and counterclaims surfaced. Various stakeholders, including companies, investors, and market analysts, presented differing narratives. Sorting through these conflicting accounts was a complex task. SEBI had to meticulously examine each claim, verify facts, and build a coherent picture of what truly transpired. This phase was crucial in determining the extent of the crisis and the appropriate course of action. The crisis raised significant questions about the nature of India's economic landscape. Was this a case of crony capitalism, where close relationships between business and government led to unethical practices? Or was it a broader corporate conspiracy that exploited systemic weaknesses? These questions had far-reaching implications, not just for the companies involved, but for the entire Indian economy. The answers would shape public policy and influence investor sentiment for years to come. As we reflect on the intricate web of allegations, regulatory responses, and broader implications, several key points emerge. The crisis involving Adani and the allegations levied by Hindenburg have illuminated the vulnerabilities within India's financial system. It has sparked a debate that goes beyond individual companies, questioning whether the issue is rooted in crony capitalism or if it's a symptom of a larger corporate conspiracy exploiting systemic weaknesses. The role of regulatory bodies like SEBI has come under intense scrutiny, raising questions about oversight and accountability. The allegations against the SEBI chairman have further complicated the narrative, making it clear that the integrity of regulatory frameworks is paramount. In response, SEBI has taken steps to address the crisis, but the need for comprehensive reform is undeniable. Transparency and accountability are not just buzzwords, they are essential for maintaining investor trust and ensuring the stability of financial markets. Stricter disclosure requirements, enhanced oversight mechanisms, and robust enforcement actions are critical to building a resilient and trustworthy market environment. As we conclude, it's important to recognize that the responsibility for safeguarding the financial system doesn't rest solely with regulators or corporations. It extends to each of us as informed and vigilant investors. Staying engaged, asking questions, and demanding transparency are vital actions we can take to contribute to a healthier financial ecosystem. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and let's work together towards a more transparent and accountable financial future. In the aftermath, the need for greater transparency and accountability became evident. Reforms were necessary to strengthen the regulatory framework and prevent future crises. This included stricter disclosure requirements, enhanced oversight mechanisms, and more robust enforcement actions. The goal was to build a more resilient and trustworthy market environment, one where investor interests are safeguarded and corporate governance standards are upheld.